afternoon, everybody present here today. I am Alankrita, journalist at Fair Gaze, and today I am in an online interview, honored to be in the gracious presence of Rashmi Raj Biswal, Principal, DAV Public School, Pushpanjali Enclave.
Hello,
Before
Alankrita.
Hello, ma'am. Before we move on to the questions today, I want to extend my heartfelt wishes to you on being awarded for adapting theatre as a mode of learning in your school, ma'am. And today I'm very eager to know your views on certain questions and views which are really important. And with your permission, I would like to start.
Sure. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, so the first question to you would be that could you please throw some light on how did you think of introducing theatre as a mode of sending learning across to so many children, and what was the inspiration and how did the implementation finally seem to come through?
Okay, DAV Pushpanjali is a 32-year-old organization, and it has been in its presence in Pritampura has been from quite some years. And it's a very, very divergent kind of a school where I think dance has been very, very impactful. When I joined this organization in 2013, I felt that there was a gap when it came to theatre. So my interest was to engage and to have more of theatre in the school premises. And that is when I started with the Asmita Theatre Group's one particular individual, Rahul Khanna. He's one of an actor of the Asmita Theatre Group. He was pulled into the school as a part-time teacher. Call it Rahul's magic or call it the fact that my children took up to this mode in a very, very beautiful manner. And then I started, when I saw the impact and I saw the way theatre was impacting these children, how they were always interested in being in the ground to be with Rahul and to carry out their performances, I also noticed a behavioral change in these children. They were more well behaved, they were more responsible, their communication skills had improved. So I started talking to those teachers, and I asked Rahul to take a session with those teachers. And then we started adapting it into the classrooms. And when we started adapting all this into the classrooms, I felt that the concept clarity was improving, the communication skills was improving, and there was a lot of changes in many aspects. So that was the reason I started adapting it, and now other subjects are also kind of using it.
Also, ma'am, how do you think a child's attitude should be towards success? I mean, how does one draw the line between obsession to learn versus, an obsession driven on workaholism?
Well, every time I talk to children in the school, I notice that their definition of success is a big vehicle, some very high-ended vehicle or a house or a plus job, holidaying out in some foreign land. This was what their concept of success was always. Whenever I used to have my conversations with them, this is the response that I was getting. I realized that they have to be told that success is not the materialistic things alone, and it is not just marks at the end of the day. It is actually something that is impacting your whole personality. I think how healthy are you is also an important aspect of success.
Good.
What kind of friend circle you have is also an important aspect of success. What kind of, whether your friends are not the ones who are on Facebook, but the ones who are standing by you for thick and thin, they're impacting your personality in a positive manner. And I always tell this at every point, wherever I can, that I don't think we need a curriculum for happiness. We just need a happy school and a happy child and a happy teacher to have happiness around.
Absolutely, ma'am. Ma'am, which are the key areas, according to you, that you feel need improvement in the context of learning in children?
And unfortunately, we are in a system. We are looking forward to this new NEP, and
Yeah.
I suppose that Marx concept will be nullified to quite some extent.
Correct.
And once we understand that whatever they learn, it has to be related to their daily life, and it is impacting their personality. Suppose I know my textbooks very well, but I'm unable to communicate two sentences in any language. May not be English, may not be even even in a regional language. If I'm unable to communicate in a particular language, then my whole concept of learning is nullified. So I feel that if you are learning and you want children should be impacted by the learning, they should be great communicators. They should be applying whatever they learn to their daily lives. They should know that whatever they've learned is going to give them a livelihood. And they should be great human beings who should not forget the major concepts of empathy, sympathy, and well-being. And I think that learning is more impactful than what they're learning in their textbooks. And it has to be related to real life situations.
Absolutely, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much for taking your time out, and you've given us such wonderful insights today. And
Thank you,
ma'am,
sir. Pleasure.
I would also like to congratulate you once again, and I wish you all the best for the contribution that you're still looking forward to making in the lives of these wonderful children and also in the field of learning and education, ma'am.
Right. Thank you so much, Alankrita. And thank you to Fair Gaze also. And special thanks to Ranjuji for inviting me here. So kindly convey my thanks to him also. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I would also request everybody to take some time out and like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube.